Welcome to If You Even Care. Happy New Year's and also happy belated holidays to those who partook. And happy New Year's to those who partake. I'm getting ready to go out in a couple of hours. I've got like half a beat on, meaning lashes, brows, lip liner, and like letting my skin marinate, soak in some toner. I learned about skin flooding and I have not put it down since. So I am going through toner like so fucking fast. It's not right. That was not something that I considered. This is the like doing stuff during the day, but not really ready to go out yet kind of look. Maybe hit across the nose bridge with a little bit of bronzer as I do. It's my usual look, but I don't even know if I'm going to put foundation or anything on tonight. I feel like lately, even though I have the most solid skincare routine I have ever had, I feel like I just don't like the way foundation looks on me. And it could be my fault, could be the foundation's fault. I'm not sure what that is, but there's something about wearing your own skin out. And there's no breakout that can't be turned into a beauty mark or a freckle if you want it bad enough. So bear that in mind. But skin out, breakouts and all, and you just got like some lashes or mascara, some lip liner, and your brows done. Because it's like, I don't know, it tricks my brain when I see it on people and it's being like, they're completely natural and they're not wearing a lick of makeup, which is why I do it, even though you can tell by my giant spider lashes that I'm wearing lashes and I'm wearing lip liner and I'm wearing bronzer across my nose and whatever. And I dye my eyebrows because I'm too lazy to do them every day. Tonight, I am fully expecting to be ignored by the DJ. For every request that I make, just keep him in your thoughts. Keep him in your thoughts and your prayers. When I go up to a DJ and I make a song request, I'm not just requesting any old shit. I'm requesting something that is popular and I know the girls want to hear it. And you need to play music for the girls, the gays, the theys. Because if you're playing it for the men, the girls aren't dancing. Nobody's dancing. And if the guys are dancing by themselves, the girls are going off to the corner. And they won't listen to me. Is it that hard to play Pink Pantheress? I can't hear Little Hero in the Club one fucking time. Whatever. I want to hear Midnight Sun tonight. It's New Year's Eve. I want to hear Midnight Sun. I'm still not fully accepting of the fact that it's winter. I'm in winter denial. And I play that song every single day. And it makes me feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Seasonal affective disorder gets my ass every single year. And I'm on a strict routine. And if anybody ever hears this and you have a tip, something that I'm not about to mention, please let me know. Because I struggle real bad. Like I'm not supposed to live on the East Coast. I don't think that I'm built for it. Been here my entire life. I just feel like I can't do it much longer. Winters are really fucking shitty. I don't want to experience every season. I don't want every fucking season. I'm good. I've had enough years of it. But I wake up and I do a couple jumps and I feel like a fool, but there's something about it that like wakes my brain up and makes me feel like, okay, I'm awake and I'm okay. And then I go over to a window immediately as fast as possible and I get sunlight if there's sunlight, and if there's no sunlight, I still stand in front of it anyway and get whatever I can because I need it for a second. I'm just compiling all the tips that I get from everybody. I take vitamins, vitamin C, and I eat vitamin C and E. I have kiwis and oranges all the time. I still self-tan in the winter. It's very easy to fall into not doing it. If you do self-tan, I'm one of those people where my upper half might have seen the sun. But if you could see my legs, well, it'd blind you. So fucking white. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And because who's going to see my legs? Nobody that's going to judge me for it or stop talking to me because of it. And the rest of the time I'm wearing like opaque tights or pants. So what are you going to do? Like, I'm trying to save on tanner. That shit's not cheap. But when I do tan my whole body and I give her a little bit of color, I do feel better. Just tricks my smooth little brain into thinking that something happened and I've been outside at some point, and I definitely haven't. Man, if there's anything, let me know. Should I get a lamp? Do I need a fucking lamp? I'm thinking I might need one of those sad lamps. I'm thinking it's time to get one of the sad lamps. It's also just like the holidays make me so deeply sad, Christmas included. I've never been like a super Christmassy person. My sister, my mom, my grandmother, rest in peace, they are Christmas. Like, my sister is Christmas. Like, that's Santa Claus right there. Mrs. Santa Claus. She just embodies Christmas spirit to me. And she makes everything feel like warm lights and like, you know, my family home, like she decorates the whole thing, puts out all of the stuffed animals that we've like collected over the years. We always used to get a stuffed animal with our stocking, and she just goes the extra mile to make things feel Christmassy. Without that, I would actually be Scrooge McDuck himself. Like, I'm just not a very Christmassy person. I've been trying to lean into it more the past couple of years because if I could choose to be anything, why not choose to be merry? Why would I not make merry? Christmas music, Christmas movies, all of it just makes me so sad. And most Christmas movies, I mean, a lot of them are kind of sad, but so many of them are supposed to be like warm and whimsical and whatever. And it just makes me very, very sad. And then I'm not okay for 2 days. So I don't really watch stuff like that or like enjoy it much. Now Christmas music, I've gotten into it in the last like 2 years or so. I've just started like forcing myself to listen to it, and it annoyed me at first. It just felt like I was in a mall, and then it grew on me. And now I'm of my own volition listening to Christmas music, and it feels good. I like it. Makes me feel stupid for not doing it so many years in a row and just being like, I don't like Christmas music. Shut up. But it also makes me emotional in the way that, like, if I open up a gift from anybody, there is a 50-50 chance of me crying, especially if it's something that is just something that I've ever mentioned to you, or you bought it because you know that I use it, or it's my favorite color. Like, it might be higher than 50% chance. And I make it cute, and I keep it, I keep it cute. I make it quick, but there is a very high percentage chance that I am going to cry because you know me, like you see me, and you know that I like that. This year, the thing that put me over the edge was opening gifts. My sister gave me keychains that she made. She made them for her friends and for the family too, but like she made me a keychain with like a star on it, and she chose the beads, and like you could tell it took her some time. And she made it my favorite colors. She made it the color scheme blue, silver, and white, which is, it's so weird because I was just talking about this the day before she gave that to me, that I associate like myself, this podcast, like everything with blue, silver, and white. So for her to give that to me, I was doing my best at that point. I'd been given a handmade candle, my favorite candies. Like, I was really just trying not to be the bitch who cried on Christmas, which I am every year, and which I was this year because that made me cry. So really quick story. So the best gift that I've ever been given, I think, when you think about the best gift you've ever been given, it's probably something that you got as a kid. Not because you're less appreciative as an adult. You are probably more appreciative because now you understand money and effort and like what it takes for somebody to get something for you, especially if it was a big gift. But best gift I've ever been given was the GameCube, because I asked for the GameCube every fucking day for years. There were 2 Christmases that went by where I didn't get one, and I was like, that's fine. I've always been a polite person. I was a very polite child. I was always very thankful for everything that I got. But that was the gift. I would go to sleep thinking about playing GameCube. if I went over to somebody's house and they had a GameCube, I was hogging the fucking thing. Like, you can pretend to plug in a controller. If it's not a 2-player game, just give me a minute. Because, like, you have this in your home and I don't. Just give me a fucking second. Like, obsessed with the idea of having a GameCube. And I had this idea in my head as a kid that I was just going to, like, wake up one day and just have one at the end of my bed. I thought because I didn't get it for Christmas and it was like, girl, circled 20 fucking times in the Toys R Us catalog. Like, my mom would sometimes randomly ask me, like, oh, what was the thing that you wanted? Like a game. I'll go GameCube. GameCube. One word, capital G, capital C. GameCube. Do you want me to write it down maybe on your palms? You can transfer it to paper later. GameCube. So whenever she would ask me that, I would think, okay, it's going to pop up. I'm going to be getting a GameCube soon. And I'm not sure why, because it's not around holiday and it's not my birthday. But I'm going to get a GameCube. 3 to 5 business days for shipping, on most things, but I'm getting a GameCube. So anytime I would wake up, I would look at the end of my bed and see if there was a surprise GameCube at the end. Or if I brought home a really good report card, I would go, this is the one. This might be the one that gets me the GameCube. And then it never was, because that's not when I was going to get a GameCube. I just would create scenarios in my head and then go, well, if I could picture it in my mind's eye, it's possible. Like the first time as a kid that I ever took a shower on my own, I created a scenario while I was in the shower where I would come out of the shower and I was going to get a cake because I showered by myself. And maybe it would say something about like, congratulations for a shower, or maybe it would have a picture of me, like a stick person or something showering. And I would get a cake for it because it's monumental. Like, this is a huge moment. And then I didn't. And everybody was just kind of going about their day as they would. And I was genuinely confused. Like, I'm really little at this point, but really, truly like, and where's the cake? And where's the cake? What's going on here? I would do that with so many things. I did that with the GameCube a lot, where I would just always think I'm going to get the GameCube. So when I did finally get it, I unwrapped it one Christmas. And my mom was sitting on the couch doing the thing, legs crossed, mug in her hand, like that smirk when they're like, it's what you think it is. When you rip a corner, you start to see like part of the word. And I had seen so many like America's Funniest Home Videos and stuff like that, where like videos of kids having these huge reactions to getting their dream gift. And this was my dream gift, was the GameCube. I'd wanted it for so long. And they would do crazy shit. They'd start doing backflips. They're punching holes in the walls. They're screaming at the top of their lungs. So when I unwrapped the GameCube, I was like, so thankful, like, so like, thank you. Like, oh my God, like, so happy. And then I went in my room when all was said and done with like all my stuff that I just got. And I felt fucking terrible because I just felt like I could have given them a way better reaction. Like, the reaction that I gave them was like, I'm so thankful. Like, I'm obviously very excited, but I just felt like I could have done a little bit more. Like I should have put extra sauce on it for them. Like, why didn't I just do something more, like jump up with joy or like clap or like scream? Like, I felt like I should have screamed really loud. And I didn't. So that ate me alive, and I felt guilty for days. Like, I remember it just did not wear off. I felt so fucking bad for my parents because I just felt like, now I look like a little shit. And they're probably like, wow, we spent all this money on a GameCube and that's it. And then I bet they went to bed that night thinking that. And I bet they went to bed going, that's it. All this hype. I want a GameCube. That's what you give us? Nothing. You gave us nothing. And I would just obsess over it. And I'm talking about it right now, I still feel a little bit bad. Because it was not like an ungrateful reaction. I've never been like that. But it just wasn't what it could have been. It wasn't like the big, like America's Funniest Home Videos reaction. Something they could have caught on camera and been like, remember when you got the GameCube and you passed out? And I didn't give them that. Fuck. I'm riddled with guilt over the dumbest shit. Also, kind of on that same topic, I was one of those kids who thought that getting a Wii was going to save my family. And not only was it going to save my family, but the Wii Fit was going to bring us together in a way that we had never been before. Bring us closer than ever. As we would gather in the living room, clock in every day to get ripped together. That was what I pictured. I would have like maladaptive daydreams about me and my family working out. And it was going to be fucking sweet. Okay, it was going to be fucking awesome. We were going to look like a circus family, like just spandex suits, and we're all unreasonably ripped and very tall. We were going to get taller. Somebody had to get on the board first, and we didn't know anything about the Wii Fit because it was like really new. So I stood on it, and it weighed me, and it blew my me up like a balloon and played a sound that is body shaming. If it could be a sound, that's what it would be. It's just like, damn, get off the board, fat ass. Like it was so crazy. I'm standing there 12, 13 years old in my developing body. I have to wear a bra now. I'm uncomfortable with everything that's happening in regards to my body. And then it blows my me up like a balloon in front of my whole family and my cousins. And if you were underweight, it would play like kind of a humiliating sound, like also body shaming, but like, ooh, ooh, somebody get this guy a sandwich, like kind of sound. And then your me's knees would buckle and it would like almost collapse. What are we doing? What are we doing to children? I'll tell you right now, that was not a part of any of the scenarios I'd created in my head. Getting called fat on the Wii Fit board in front of my whole family on Christmas Day. And the thing is, almost everybody got called fat by a Wii Fit. Almost everyone stood on that board and got called obese. Friends of mine who were perfectly healthy weights, if you weren't underweight, you're probably getting called obese by the Wii Fit. Great. And now I'm eating apples for 3 meals a day for the next couple of days. Perfect. And what are you supposed to do during that humiliation ritual? What are you supposed to do? All you can do is really look at it and go, what the heck? What even is it? What does it even mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, how is this going to make my parents love each other more? How is this going to make everybody stop fighting? Shit was supposed to save my family. Ended up just like making me aware of my weight for maybe one of the first times ever in my life. Fuck the Wii Fit board. All I wanted to do was really play some fucking bowling and some tennis with my family. You could work up a sweat doing that. You don't have to stand on a board to get it done. Stupid. It's a stupid gift, stupid toy. Fucking, it's like, damn, the fucking elves probably gave us a defective one. I guess the one Santa gave us probably just, maybe he dropped it. Anyway, I'm curious about what everybody's favorite gift is that they've ever been given. Everything made me cry. I feel so loved. Like, Christmas makes me feel so loved. And I just wish that I could just do everything that I want to do for everybody. And that's probably never going to be the case, but it is what it is. Also, not that you said anything, but if you are noticing a bit of like a twinkle in my eye, I am zodiac maxing right now. It's Capricorn season, January 19th. So I'm a bit of a cusper, but still Capricorn. Shout out to my Capricorns because it's not easy being given one of the most underwhelming reactions to your sign possible by everybody. Unless it's another Capricorn. If I meet another Capricorn, I go nuts. Like, I'm so happy to meet you. We could have literally not a single fucking thing in common, but we have that. And it's enough for me. Like, I'm just so happy. I feel like I hardly ever meet other Capricorns, but it's not easy. It's not easy telling somebody that you're a Capricorn and then they have a visceral reaction or none at all. I get like, oh, yes. And that is one of the signs ever. Yeah. And that's like, you're like on the, you're one of the zodiac. Yes. Okay. Yes. And you are, you're the first zodiac sign. Yes. Okay. Yep. Like trying to be polite and say something where they're like, you must be really hardworking. And like, no. The most common things about Capricorn, I don't really check a lot of those boxes, but a lot of them I do too. And I'm going to just say right now, a major issue with this is that I do not have my full chart. So when it comes to astrology, like for myself, I am kind of in the dark because I don't know where my birth certificate is. Just something that I should have gotten on a long time ago, I think, is getting myself a new one. That's not good that I don't know where that is, but it's somewhere. Like it's in a box or a folder, and I definitely had it at some point, and I should have actually just let my mom hold on to it, and I shouldn't have ever taken it out of her home. But so she's like, yeah, you were born like really early in the morning. I don't know exactly what time. So all I have is the day and the location. I have like a general idea of like, okay, early morning could be, I don't know. It changes things so drastically depending on what time I was born. So I don't have a full picture. I just have Capricorn. That's it. That's what I go off of. Yeah, it's kind of underwhelming, I guess, because you hear somebody say that they're a Leo and you get like, oh, a Leo, like I know about you guys, or like Scorpio or Pisces, Libra, like these get like reactions. And then, well, yes, you're a Capricorn. Well, you were born in the winter. Were you born in the winter? Yes. Okay. Because every Capricorn I know is born in the winter. That's the thing about you guys. It's like wintertime when you're born. Yeah, okay. But this is the kind of stuff that hurts people's feelings. I tell you I'm a Capricorn and you have a visceral reaction. You gulp. Did you just fucking gulp? I'm actually very sweet. I'm kind. I'm thoughtful. And you cringed because I'm a Capricorn. And my feelings are hurt. My feelings are actually hurt. I feel that same way about like when someone says that their ex was crazy and they're like, she was fucking nuts. She was out of her fucking mind. No, like she's messed up. And then I'm picturing in my mind some like evil, like fucked up, anthropomorphic crocodile in like a trench coat. Like something fucking fucked up. Like that's, I'd say something fucked up and that's what I can come up with. An anthropomorphic crocodile in a trench coat. Some real messed up dark shit. Some real fucking crazy shit. Because I'm like, that's what you're like describing a Donkey Kong villain. Like, I don't know what else to think of. She's so fucking crazy. She's mental. My mind does not go to Harley Quinn. It goes to animal walking on two legs that shouldn't be. And it has a gun. Okay, so your anthropomorphic crocodile ex-girlfriend with a gun is out of her fucking mind. She's really lost it. You don't want to mess with her. And then it's Claire. And then it's just Claire. And then you meet the ex-girlfriend and it's Claire. Claire who makes things out of clay for her friends. Hand paints them. Makes sure to put a glaze on it. Claire who is a well-adjusted and kind person. She made him a boo basket every Halloween. She taught him how to do laundry. I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack you. What did she do? What did she do that was so insane? Well, she went through your phone. Well, of course. And as she should. But she kept sending you messages from fake profiles to see if you would cheat. And did you? And did you do it? Is she stole the family jewels? Women in men's fields. What do you want me to tell you? I love her and I die for her. What's your problem? What's your problem, actually? That's such like a thing that we've talked about so many times that it's very shocking if you meet somebody who hasn't gotten the memo that any man who talks about their exes like that was probably the problem, and that you're just going to get called crazy too. Like if things don't work out, you can't just walk away from something and just, be two individuals who were together. It didn't work out for whatever reason. You weren't compatible. It's going to have to be that you're outside of your goddamn mind and you're one messed up individual. And when they get into specifics, there's not much to go off of, but you are fucking crazy. Very shocking. Like to hear somebody say that somebody told them that, like they're talking to a guy and he said that all of his exes were really crazy. How are you not in this moment running for the hills? It's such a blatant one. It's such an obvious one. Like that is going to be you. However it is, however like disrespectful they are and like nasty they are about their exes, you're next in line. You're up on the fucking chopping block. It's very shocking sometimes because you think that these things are talked about so much that everybody got the memo, and not everyone did. Some people don't check their mail, but that is how I feel about the signs too, is like you could have had bad experiences or know who you're like kind of not compatible with. Like some people put more faith in astrology than others. Even if you put a lot of faith into it, you don't even know me yet. You don't know what kind of Capricorn I am. You don't even know am I December or January. It matters, I would think. If I was beginning or end of the Capricorn cycle, wouldn't that make some kind of a difference? And you don't know the rest of my chart. I don't even know the rest of my chart, so you definitely don't know it. It's just a little unfair. Well, you're going to back away slowly because I'm a Capricorn? I'm sensitive. Did you know that? And did you know I'm about to cry? And did you know I'm going to fall to the floor and burst into tears? Did you know that? Everything that I know about astrology, I've learned from my friends. And you might think that that's foolish, but it's actually just high-level reconnaissance, okay? I'm in a Bloquette core outfit in the bushes doing surveillance. I'm watching you from the bushes and taking notes, and the bushes are my friends. I'm in my friend's bush. I'm in my friend's bush and I'm watching you. And I'm taking note of everything that they tell me and I'm making it law. Sometimes they tell me things that are super specific and they seem like they're based off of maybe just a personal experience they had with somebody with that sign and not so much astrology. But who am I to make that call? I don't know. I don't know enough to say. So I commit it to memory. If a friend tells me one thing about a Leo is that they're going to own a waterbed, I say, okay. And I'm writing that down. And what I'm gathering from this is that Leo likes to be inconvenienced. Maybe so that they can complain about it later, because I'd imagine they'd have back problems. They tell me that they went to Chili's with a Scorpio for lunch. And they made the mistake of ordering fajitas, causing them to get into an argument walking back to that Scorpio's 2014 red Honda Accord because they don't like the whole spectacle of the fajitas. They don't care for the sizzling. It gave them a migraine. And what that tells me is that maybe Scorpio is paranoid. Maybe Scorpio doesn't want to see you be in the limelight. I don't know. Just something to consider, something that I could take away from that. And then I asked them, have you guys ever had any bad experiences with a Capricorn? And they go, no, beautiful girl. And they kiss me on the forehead and they go, well, I mean, maybe if I had to find something, you guys are just too hardworking. And I go, yeah. Yeah. Me never having climbed a rung on the fucking career ladder. Yeah. I guess, yeah, maybe I do need to slow down a little bit. Maybe I should take it a little bit easier. My horoscope, because Capricorns are known to be very hardworking and, very career driven, very money driven, whatever. My horoscope is always something about, hey, Capricorn, slow down. take it easy. Take a load off. Maybe you should take some time to yourself. You know? When's the last time you stopped to smell the roses? And me laying on my bed on my phone, doing all of fucking nothing except running up my screen time going, yeah, maybe I should take it a little bit easier. Huh. Stop and smell the roses. Like, I don't need my horoscope to tell me to go easier. I understand why it's giving me that advice, but I actually need it to scare the fuck out of me. I need my horoscope to go, speed up, Capricorn. Hurry the fuck up, girl. Crack the whip on me. Seriously. Hey, Capricorn, you're running out of time. They're almost there. He's coming. He's coming for you. Hurry up, Capricorn. Speed it up, girl. I don't need to be told to go slower. I don't need to be told to slow things down. If my heart rate gets any slower, girl, I'm going to stop breathing. I can't afford that. Hurry up, Capricorn. Everything is happening. It's all coming and it's all happening. Everything's going to happen at once, Capricorn. Are you ready? Like, really just spook me into action. That is what I need. And maybe I'll get that when I finally have my chart. I'm very curious about it because they say, oh my God, I was going to say they say your sun sign is like how you are emotionally. That doesn't even sound right. What I'm saying does not sound true. Your sun sign, isn't that no. Maybe that is. I don't know. I'll just stop right now because I don't know. But I will find out when I eventually get my birth certificate. And you guys will be the first to know. We will probably be like up there. I'll probably tell a couple people before I tell you, but you'll be one of the first. Now I want to talk about this year really quick. Sometimes I'm like, am I talking about myself too much? And then I go, well, who else is going to talk? I kind of struggled a little bit this past year. Had a lot of anxiety. Obviously, I was MIA for a little bit because of it. It created a new fear in me that would strike again. But I think I actually just need to, and let's get medicated. In 2026, let's get medicated probably. Escitalopram or whatever the fuck, like a little bit of Lexapro, something. I think it's time. Because I just always have this thing where I think I'm going to be able to fix everything on my own and I've been medicated for stuff before. It's not going to be my first rodeo, but I do go through periods of time where I just think I think I can handle it. And I always forget that this kind of stuff can strike at any time. And there's nothing wrong with staying medicated, even when you're in a period of time when you feel like you don't need it. That's kind of the whole point, just to keep you regular. And I think I need some of that. So anxiety's been really unreal. It's been that coupled with the feeling of, am I where I'm supposed to be? I'm sure somebody can relate to that, at least one person that would hear this, because it's common. Like, we're constantly comparing ourselves to where other people are at, especially as you get older. And comparison is really, truly the thief of joy. So I do try not to do that. It just creeps up on you sometimes. But more than anything, it's the feeling of like, I have chosen a non-traditional path. Like, I don't have a mortgage. I don't have kids. I care more about my passions than I do my career. I actually have a job that I enjoy, but it's not one that I care about very deeply. But I do invest a lot of my time and energy and thought into my passions. That's what means the most to me. But it just feels like, do I care about the wrong stuff? Like, is something wrong with me that I don't care about the same things as a lot of the people around me? Because a lot of the people around me do have those things. A lot of friends that I grew up with, a lot of friends that I made in adulthood, they just seem like they're on a cleaner path, one that they know for certain will lead to some kind of success, some kind of happiness, like a good and happy life. And because I've chosen this offbeat path, I don't know where that leaves me. I'm not around people who have taken that same path before. So I don't really have anybody to talk to about it or anything. Like me not having kids at this point is like, I would say half the people I know do, half don't. It really depends. But as I get older, that's going to be the case less and less. And then who am I going to look to see, well, where could I end up? Like, what could this end up looking like for me? And it's scary. It's really scary, but it's becoming more common. Like, women are having children later on in life, later and later. People are getting married later on in life. And I feel good about where I'm at. When I sit with myself and I think about where my life is right now, I'm not sad about it. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to live a more stress-free life. I wanted to have the time and energy to pursue the things that I care about, and to give that time to like friends and family, and to be able to do things and go places. And like I set my life up like this on purpose. It was not an accident, but it's still scary to think like, what if I'm choosing wrong? Like, what if the path more traveled would have been a better choice for me? It's very much like the Sylvia Plath poem. But because I chose this on purpose, it's like I what I'm doing is I'm just comparing myself. I'm comparing my life to other people who made different choices for different reasons. They grew up differently than me. They want different things than I do. So the comparison is really fucking apples and oranges. Like, I'm just kind of doing it to myself for no reason. Like, it's not helpful at all. And that's one of those like, and I think we all think about ourselves a little too much kind of moments. Zoom out and like recognize that this is exactly what you wanted. It's just scary sometimes. But I think even if you are on the like, ABCs 1, 2, 3s of like career, kids, house, whatever, you're still going to have moments like that. Like, damn, what would my life have looked like if I had chosen this? So this upcoming year is another year of me kind of taking a risk and taking a gamble. And that's important to me that I do that, because I know for certain, I know myself well enough at this point in my life. I'm not that much of a mystery to me, like where I'm not going to know how I'll feel about this later on. I know I'm going to look back on this time and be really upset with myself if I didn't take risk. Risk meaning make content, make things that I care about, like pursue passions, invest the time that I have right now. Like, there's going to be a time when I get out of bed and I can't fucking jump around and go walk over to the window to get some sunlight first thing in the morning, and I don't take any of that for granted. So I want to be a little easier on myself, continue taking risk. It's fine. That is what my life is set up for. Nobody else pays the price. I don't have kids. I just have a cat. Like, nobody else is going to, this doesn't hurt anybody but me if I do or don't do the things that I say I want to do. So very easy to get caught up in like the shoulda, coulda, woulda at times. But I think there's going to be less of that this year. I think, why not just put my foot on the gas? I think that's exactly what I need to do. And I think that that's also going to require probably maybe getting medicated, for some of this anxiety that I'm feeling, and figuring out other outlets too. But I feel good about it. I feel very good about 2026. Do I have a reason to? No. I just do innately. I feel good about it. I feel very good about like leaving this fucking year behind, actually. So also really quick before I end this off, because I do have to go get ready for New Year's, I'm still at the fucking cottage, bitch. Like, I'm still at the cottage. I finished Heat of Rivalry. I'm doing a full rewatch. I bawled. Like, I cried so hard. Oh my, perfect. Like, I have no fucking notes on that show whatsoever. There was not a single thing in any episode that I had an issue with. It's a fucking 10 out of 10 to me. Shane's mom apologizing to him Ilya saying I love you in Russian before he says it in English. How everything came to light and I knew it was coming and I was so fucking anxious because I thought this is the moment where it's going to be like, can they just be happy? Like, can they end this episode with both of these people being happy and being together? And when Ilya says, when they're like in the lake and he says, yeah, your phone's on the table, it's been ringing like all morning. I knew in that moment, like, okay, they're going to walk back in the house and someone's going to be there. They're going to get caught. But who is the question? I thought maybe it would be like Shane's friend for some reason, although a parent makes way more sense. So when they did get caught, it like, my heart sank. I was like so nervous. I was like, please, I like really just want to see this end in a happy way. And it did. And it exceeded expectations, in fact. Like, it was just so much better than I even thought it would be. I sat through the whole fucking credits. Like, I sat there and just watched them hold hands and be sweet. And it was everything. Like, actually everything. And let me ask you this. Is season 2 gonna fuck me? Is season 2 going to fucking fuck me? Is that what it's gonna do? Because it feels like that's what's coming. I feel like overall, at the end of this story, they're gonna be happy together. But what is it gonna take to get there? Because from what I'm reading, it seems like there's gonna be a time jump happening if they stick to the books. Like a pretty lengthy period of time. I think it's supposed to be like 10 years. How bad are my feelings going to get hurt? And is it going to fuck me? Can anybody let me know? Like, how scared should I be? Because the way it ended off just made me so fucking happy. Like, literally looking up at the sky and smiling. Like, sighing. Like, maybe it really is all going to be okay. You know? I finished I Love LA too. I've seen so much discourse around that show, and I have nothing interesting or funny or anything to add to that conversation. I think a lot of them are kind of just about nothing. Some of it is valid. A lot of it is just, okay, right. And whatever you say. But if you haven't watched it and you're also seeing a lot of discourse around it and a lot of opinions and whatever, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's exactly what I wanted it to be, which is a Broad City-esque show. And it hit all the notes I wanted it to hit, did what I wanted it to do. I really enjoyed it. And I think that you would probably enjoy it too. It's an enjoyable show. It's funny. It's cute. It's, kind of pisses you off a little bit at times. And that's exactly what it's supposed to do. I think it's the casting is great. Everybody in it, like, nobody was really like not pulling their own weight. They all kind of just fit exactly what they needed to be. I think it's great. So, like, no issues there. Go watch it. Go binge watch it. Because now you can actually watch the whole thing in its entirety. And if you're feeling pissed off at the end of the last episode, don't worry. Everyone is. Everyone is disappointed. Is it a little hypocritical that we feel that way? Maybe. I just feel like, if you're really ride or die, you really missed your boyfriend. When Maya's life is changing so drastically, maybe you go a little easier on her and be a little more understanding. It's not even them both doing the same thing kind of to each other or attempting to do the same thing during their break that each one of them is doing. It's the fact that she's the person that she's not supposed to worry about. Claire. She's not supposed to worry about Claire. Claire's right there. That was supposed to mean nothing. That was supposed to just throw us off course. Nope. Turns out we were on the right course the whole time. And I questioned Maya and her intuition for no fucking reason. And that made me feel bad as a woman. So, anyway, Happy New Year's, you guys. If you like this episode, or if you just want to, I don't know, if you liked any episode ever, if you've ever liked anything, or if anybody knows anything, if anybody knows anything about anything, let me know. And if you've ever liked anything about this or me, maybe give this a like, subscribe, leave a review wherever you're listening to. It's actually like really helpful. And I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye.